dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's...
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Robinson. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Great!
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
20.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He'll drop it over the captain. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready! Express!
26.
Out of the gun, Newton.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, the underneath right away.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gives this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch 14.
Lady, green 18.
Dalton, 1st and 10. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
There we go. That's the touchdown. That's it. There you go.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Joker.
They play action here on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Come on now.
Undercrunch. Mike 9.
White 33.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nowhere.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Strong right. We got 3. Kill.
White 33.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Smith catches left side.
Here we
And
go.
he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Check 3.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
26, Mike. 65. Slam.
That's rock now.
26, Mike. Watch the run.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Yeah, baby.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Double tight.
Back to the ground on the it's McCaffrey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, fellas.
Target.
Greg.
Mike 9.
Set.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. To the right side, and he's got more complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Gun.
Hey, we got a seal. I'm coming.
Throwing that 3rd down, Newton. Over the middle of Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Alert! Alert! 3 down, 3 down. Check.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
Set. Ready? Hey.
Josh Adams. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Josh Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gano out to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. With a three. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Go on the ball.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10
368.
at their own 24. The first carry for the 2nd-year man, Joe Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Go
The
on the
Bengals
ball.
hoping Mixon
On the
improves
ball.
on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on 1st down. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up with negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
18's moving.
2 by 2. Move. Heavy. 368.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Eifert over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey.
Dalton here from the gun. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
Blitz.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Hot. Hey. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Dalton gonna break them up and come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. to Mixon on the check down. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Yeah, 5-6, 5-6, 5-6.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
2-2. Move.
Check, 59.
368.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Here you go, 368.
Here's Dalton. He's going to air one out. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Odd. 3 down. Odd.
Express.
Mike 9. Bang L.
Do some.
Bang L.
Hey. Put it up.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey. We got 3.
Ready. Like 80.
Go nowhere.
Here's Newton. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Here you go, 368.
The play calling, they're locked in really well.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Out.
Mixon with 1st down. They'll inside the 40.
Oh, yeah!
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Woo! You got him! You got him! Ha ha! You got him!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Here you go, 368.
Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Dalton throwing on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Eric Decker was the intended receiver. Third down here. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
368.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Tight end left.
368.
Mike.
Here you go, 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andy Dalton with his third touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Gun.
Mike 9. Hey, we got him.
Gun.
On first down, it's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Hey, get right there. What is it?
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
20.
Man.
On second and 10, Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique
on the ball.
And paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
5-6.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
368.
Watch tight end. We got 4.
Ice. 368.
On the draw to Mixon.
Watch the slant.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Run
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first down throw coming for Dolan. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Heavy.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
368.
So Dalton now. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Move.
Heavy.
Alert 3.
Another chance for Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
8.
Mike 9.
Trying to shake off the interception and look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visiting Bengals out in front. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And now here's Ross. And an alley to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling.
At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight end left, tight end left. Hey, boys, we got 4.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Mike 9.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Looking here for Smith downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Newton. Roy stays up, dancing to his left. Steps away to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now on to punt as he sends this one away. The Bengals getting set to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
And to get a little more cushion. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd down.
That's overload.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Watch the motion.
Heavy.
Dalton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
We got 3.
Ice.
Hey, watch 28.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch. Being able to catch the hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punt no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And not a whole lot doing there. So get it up to about the 28-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Great. We're going to set. Like 80.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Oh, it's caught. On the right side, it's Smith. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, we're going to set. 780.
4 down.
Good hand it off to McCaffrey. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
I got him.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here we go.
Quick the edge. Come.
Let's rock now. Set. Like 80.
They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Great.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on
Gun.
Tight ends on the loosey.
Gun.
Check.
Great.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Newton now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, I'm coming.
Pitch it out to McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Your trip is here, baby.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here we go. Set. 180.
Check.
On 2nd down, Adams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
20.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
Here we go. Set. Set 180.
We got 3.
Hey. Put it up.
On first down, Newton.
Go ahead. Let's
Throw
go.
right side. It's going to be caught by Samuel.
They don't
A good
want it,
pick up
fellas.
there of
They
20
don't
yards.
want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Come on now.
Show an 8.
And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Double tight. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
That's right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Get him, boy.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's second and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Strong left. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. 36.
Hey.
He's coming.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here
Hey,
on
hey.
third and goal? McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
3 down.
Ready.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
You see me out here?
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. First and 10
Nice.
at the 20.
Even.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
3 down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
368.
Nice speech. And Dalton to throw. And caught, right side, Green. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle. You just go ahead and play.
Dalton now to pass. Toss it off to Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go, fellas. We got
Call
four
it a
down.
gain
Let's
of
go.
3, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Tight ends left. We got 4. We got 4.
They'll run it out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball.
Here you go,
Get
3,
ball.
368.
The Bengals on third down.
Tight end,
No
tight end
problems to this
right. Tight end
point. A
right.
perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. Now Dalton. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. He doesn't need to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All day, just like that.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Smith catches left side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only 3 yards on the catch.
Boy, I know you felt
It's
that
3rd
one.
down.
I know you felt that one.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down, 3 down.
Here we go, set. 180.
Slam, slam, slam. Shift.
Hey.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Come on now.
Check 9, check 9.
Gun. Ready. Ready, 88.
Hey, we gotta get to 9. The mic over there. Gotta do better.
533.
Come on.
Right back to the touchdown. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Watch it.
Set. 180.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
8.
Right there.
20.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Come on
So
now.
now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Double tight.
Here we go, set. 180.
Hey, check. 3 down. Watch 42. He's coming.
Set.
Watch him.
This is Newton with the play fake to McCaffrey. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Go
So
on
good
the ball.
Field position for him here as they come up first and 10.
We're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be